Going to do a quick video of the multifunction display on a lot of E-Class and S-Class Mercedes vehicles. This is in a W220, but a W215 and W210, as well as a W216, 211, and 221 should have a very similar thing. The S-Class 221 probably has a different screen, but others are pretty similar to this, and this will basically break down how you go through the screen. So basically your first toggle back, I guess that's the mileage, but then you start at this a little closer. Settings can be set at a standstill. It's a malfunction. I've got a turn signal bulb that's out. You can toggle through it using the button here on the steering wheel is the type of screen that you're on, and then this is the toggle within the screen. So I need to obviously replace my right turn signal, but that's the only one thing that I have, and this is basically the button that you use to go back and forth. You can keep pressing the down button. So next on the screen is a breakdown of your miles per gallon. After start just basically means after I drove 5 miles. It didn't keep track of the time, or it erased it since then. I drove at 9 mph average and got about 30 miles per gallon. This is kind of spotty on how accurate it is. But we'll toggle through this. It's got my tank content. I've got about 10 gallons, 159 mile range left, and then after reset is if you reset the whole little odometer tracker, and this is basically what I've averaged for about 2,500 miles. It's gotten a little over 20 miles a gallon, which isn't bad for a V8 Mercedes, but those are the screens within. Notice we're back to after start, so now we hit the menu button again. Move to the next one. Navigation is off. If you had the navigation on, it would show different screens, basically like an arrow pointing you turn left, turn right, and speaks to you. So basically this is a pretty simple display, but it gives you the navigation arrow and at least tells you where your next turn is coming up. So it helps, and it's easier to look at than looking down at the navigation screen. Then this is your stereo, and you can obviously switch between that and the radio, and it's going to go to different stations, you know, CD or whatever you pick there. So that's basically it. I think that's the last screen. Let's see here. You know, push the menu button. Yeah, we're back to the mileage. I don't think there's any extra things you can do at the mileage. Actually, there is one more screen here. If we go back to the settings can be set at a standstill. You can go and use the plus and minus button to click through these. And so automatic door lock, you can make it where your doors automatically lock when you start, and then you use the plus or minus. Notice it has a plus and minus on the right hand side. So aside from these on the left hand side, on the right hand side there's a plus and minus button you can actually pick. So you can press the -1. No, I don't want automatic door locks, so you press it there, and then you just move to the next screen to save it. So I'll move it back to that on mine. And then station search, that's a radio search using frequency or memory, whichever you want to search through your presets, or just a frequency search. Interior lighting and vehicle, this I guess is the instrument cluster settings. Let's see. I'm not quite sure what this does. I may have to make another video explaining that. This video is already getting kind of long. But I guess the instrument cluster matches the lighting. Maybe it dims and the other matches the vehicle. I'm not sure. Then there's also a illumination switch. This is interior illumination. You can make the delay, you know, 0, 5, 10, 15, and 20 seconds. So that way you can make the interior lights stay on that long after you're done. Headlamps, you can make them stay on for none, 15, 30, 45, or 60 seconds. And locator lighting is just basically the light that stays on your fog lamps when you get out of the car. So let's say I just want to turn mine off. I can do that. And then the headlamp circuit, manual, I think, is a manual operation. Constant, I think, just constantly has them on, maybe like a daytime running light. I'll have to do a video on that as well. And then we're back to the instrument cluster settings. So anyways, that is the last screen, and sorry this video got a little bit long, but that just gives you a brief rundown through the different menu settings on a multifunction display on a Mercedes vehicle from, say, the I think even in the 90s they had this, 90s through the mid-2000s, maybe even a little bit beyond. They might have kept it on some of the, it might even be on the Cclass. I'll have to put that in the description to see if it is. I'll do a little research, put that in there, but I hope this helps you to use the multifunction display and get a little bit better idea of how it works and get a little more use out of your vehicle, or know a little bit more about one if you're looking to buy one. So hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure and comment if there's anything you want to see in particular about any of the screens, and I'll try and do a video about that. Thanks for watching, and try and like the page if you can, and like the video as well, and comments are always appreciated. Thanks, guys.